Klaus is one of my favorite animated movies of the year. It's a perfect return to 2D animation, which I hope starts to become a thing again, because this movie's animation is superb. But with the good, there always has to be the bad. So let's find out when we review the Netflix film, Klaus. This movie's animation is amazing. It's a pleasure to watch this movie because of its simplistic, easy to watch animation style. There's nothing too complicated about the animation, like for example the character designs. Each townsperson looks completely different, while at the same time are still simplistic enough to be able to define them, which adds a sense of aliveness to the town of Smearensburg. Each character has the same amount of work put into them design-wise. Also, separating the different families by hair color was really smart because it gives a clear way to show us on who is on which family. Klaus's design is also awesome. I never thought I could be scared of Santa Claus. In the beginning of the movie, he showed such an imposing presence, which helps us understand why the postman is so afraid of him. The way they introduce different settings in the film are also amazing. The pulled back shots are painting worthy. All the settings are very distinct from one another, which also helps this movie be so easy to watch. Everything is clear cut. Like you see this, boom, that's Klaus's forest. And then you see this, boom, that's Smearensburg. It's just so easy to tell things apart because of the simplistic style of the movie. I also love the expressive facial animation of all the characters. This again makes it so easy to watch because you know exactly what they're feeling just by looking at them. I really hope 2D animation becomes a trend again so we stop getting shitty CG remakes of actual good movies. The story is pretty generic, and a lot like Emperor's New Groove. Like, I can summarize the entire story in one sentence. Spoiled kid gets sent off to do thing. Doesn't like it. Meets person and uses him to do thing. Person finds out, gets mad. But spoiled kid grew from his experience and comes back to complete thing. Done. That's the story. But even though it's generic, it's what they do with the story that makes it so good. Showing how all the Santa traditions were made was really funny by showing how it's just things that could happen in real life. The subplot with the teacher was cute, and seeing how Jesper's actions affected the town was really nice. The climax was really fun and exciting too. The character development of all the characters were good. The one part I didn't like was the part where Jesper's plan was revealed. I don't understand why anyone would be angry at him. His motivations don't matter. He still sent all the kids to school, helped give away free toys to kids, fixed the town, and helped Klaus deal with his grief. Like, so what? He wants to leave after he gives a shit ton of toys to the kids. Big whoop. But other than that, all I really have to say is the story was a bit generic, but not the main focus of the movie. But it does the generic story really well, so I can't really complain. The voice acting is honestly really good, Jesper especially. He's just so expressive in the way he talks, and you could tell the voice actor was giving his all in the performance. J.K. Simmons as Klaus was a very good choice. I've never seen J.K. Simmons play a non-angry person, so it was kind of refreshing seeing him be a calm, reserved character. Again, the townspeople have the same amount of work put into them as the main characters. So all of them have distinct voices. Also, the kids are actual kids, which really makes them even cuter than normal. The little Sami girl is extremely cute with what the voice and the design. The one voice I didn't like was the voice for the old woman. Her voice did not fit the design at all, and I wish they went with something more fitting instead of getting a celebrity. That's not saying that Joan Cusack did a bad job, it's just that the casting was off in general. The dialogue is kind of like fast-paced and witty. It chugs along pretty fast, which is the reason for its short runtime. The characters talk like normal people today, which would kind of be a problem, because these people are from, I'm guessing the 1800s, so it doesn't make much sense that they would talk like people from the 2000s. But you know, other than that, the voice acting is mostly positive. For the most of the movie, the orchestral soundtrack is really good and atmospheric. For example, I love the scenes of uneasy calmness in Klaus's forest. Even the scene with the rap music was pretty funny, even if it wasn't with the tone of the movie. So yeah, overall, the music was good. Nothing extraordinary, but it was good enough where I couldn't say much bad about it. But there is one song that I despise more than anything in the movie, and that is the shitty pop song during the toy making scene. Why does this exist? It's so out of tone from the rest of the movie. I hate it. Klaus is the best kind of Christmas movie. A feel-good, simple, fun-to-watch movie. It doesn't fall into Christmas stereotypes, but it does fall into regular movie stereotypes. But I would definitely call this a Christmas classic. So I'm gonna give this movie an 8 out of 10, and the award for the most manly Santa Claus. And finally, this is Zachman, signing off.